Have you ever faced like battles in life and been like, man, I feel like it's me against the world, and you know, everybody's fighting and watching, but I can't fight back. But I'm the only one sticking up for me. Like you feel like it's you against the world, and then you're like not woe is me. It's like, God, like where are you? Like I know you're there, but enough is enough. When are you gonna come help? Like stick up for me, you know? I don't know. I just feel like that sometimes. I'm like forgiveness. You know, Jesus says forgive 77 times 77. Like pretty much forgive always. And sometimes it's hard. Like as a human, it's hard to give somebody that many times to like hurt you and like belittle you and like do you dirty, you know? Definitely whenever they're doing it out of spite or vengeance, you know? And that's whenever your boundaries are good to be set. But, you know, and for an empath, it's like, you know, you keep giving out your heart. Like, I remember telling my dad, I remember telling my roommate the other day, I'm like, man, it's like I'm standing up and I don't even get stabbed in the back. It's like, you know, I deal with people and they literally stab me in my chest. I die, come back to life, and they stab me again. I die, come back to life, and I go back to them over and over and over again. And it's like, man, like, and I still do that because, like, you know, I have God in me, and He tells me to forgive. But I mean, there's a point where we have to set boundaries. But then, like, sometimes it's still hard for, you know, a person who loves so hard to not still give their heart, you know, and it get hurt. But I'm learning not to, like, you know, let myself be taken for granted and put boundaries up, which is a little bit difficult. But like, I don't know. I mean, forgiveness is something that I learned at an early age, you know, in my life. I was molested when I was young, so they were family, and I didn't want to lose that, and I forgave, and I still do. And you know, whenever I got older, I was raped by, you know, a best friend, and like I forgave, and I still do because like I still care about these people, you know, like family members turn their back on you. Like I forgave, like, and I still do, and it just hurts me because it's like the more you do forgive for people that like don't really deserve it, kind of, you know, because they aren't judging it anyways. Like it's like it's like a way for them to hurt you more. But that's why the boundaries are good, because you have to have them set up for yourself, because people are always hurt. And definitely when it comes to loving you the way that you deserve to be loved, we're usually never gonna get what we deserve. Like, because we deserve the world, like, that God could give. And people just aren't, like, you know, they can't give that. Like, and we're capable of holding God's love and being, you know, graced with his presence. So anything less than that is always going to be, you know, just like not enough. But that's whenever we just have to come to terms with, like, I've had to do it, you know. I realized, I'm like, you know, in a situation, I'm like, my dad couldn't love me the way I needed to be loved, but I'm like, you know what, if I want that in my life, I'm gonna have to, like, accept who they are and how they can love me, and just the boundaries that I have for myself. Now they're not for them, it's for me giving out, and like knowing you know, don't put too much out that it's gonna tear you down. Like I used to pour, but the boundaries are always good, and forgiveness is something that's a key. It does help. It does help a lot. And I've learned that like it's still gonna hurt, but because we're human, but it's something that we do, and we release ourselves, and then we start to grow to put the boundaries up so we don't get hurt anymore and we don't put ourselves in those situations. But yeah, forgiveness. It's a good thing, you guys. I love you. I hope you have a good day.